This is CBS 2 News at 6.
Right now on CBS 2 News at 6, a deadly derailment in Freeport, this leaving dozens injured and at least 2 dead. CBS 2 Poconos investigates. Get this, a deadly high-speed pursuit through the area of Roanoke, Virginia. At least 2 people are confirmed dead. And this, a look back on the fire at Big Daddy's Family Barbecue in Mount Pocono. The establishment had to move to Fernwood Resort and Check-in Center that also affiliated with the villas at Treetops and Fairway right here in Middle Smithfield Township. Good evening, I'm Michelle Green and welcome to the news at 6. We begin with breaking news out of Freeport. At the Freeport Railway Station, the Point Lookout Railway is investigating what caused a deadly high-speed derailment. CBS 2's news reporter Jessica Johnson is live in Freeport with the latest. Jessica. Yeah, Michelle, we are on the scene at where this deadly derailment happened here at the Freeport station. Freeport police say an R42E express train heading straight to Freeport derailed once it arrived at the station and hit the bumping block. Witnesses told us that they were shaken up. This was the scene earlier today at this part of the platform here at the Freeport station. The train has now been taken out of service to be repaired at the Point Lookout yard in Point Lookout. So how did you feel after you saw that train derail here?
Just want to say it was not pretty. It's horrific and horrendous.
Now the NTSB is looking into the real culprit of the crash, but no word yet. For now, we're live at the Freeport station in Freeport. Jessica Johnson, CBS 2 News. Thanks, Jessica. And no charges or anything was filed by the Freeport Police Department. We have a developing story in Roanoke, Virginia. Police, witnesses and motorists say a deadly high-speed pursuit that zoomed through back streets in the city of Roanoke had caused the fatal deaths of 2 innocent bystanders. Unfortunately, the suspects were able to make their getaway and are still at large. If anyone sees the suspects, you're asked to call 1-800-CRIME-STOPPERS. And a look back at the fire that completely destroyed Big Daddy's Family Barbecue in Mount Pocono. His 2-alarm fire forced the relocation of the establishment to Fernwood Resort and Check-in Center affiliated with the villas at Treetops and Fairway right here in Middle Smithfield Township. Originally this restaurant establishment along with Bleachers Bar and Grill were supposed to be put under renovations, but all of the owners of the building filed for bankruptcy and closed the whole building itself, including the Fernwood Resort outdoor guest rooms. In later years the building was bought out by a Buddhist company, and the villas at Treetops and Fairway were also bought out and are now owned by Exploria Resorts and is now called Pocono Mountain Villas. Wintergreen's Patio Grill and White Lightning Snow Tubing were also bought out by Exploria Resorts. We'll be right back.
Thinking, how do I get to bask in the sun without flying south? Simple. I just load up my family and we head to beautiful Camelback Resort in the Poconos. We splash and ski, ride and slide, tube and play, and we laugh. A lot. So while Mike and the kids are out adventuring, I get to get my tan on. We all get to create our own little winter getaway. So everyone wins, with a little, or really a lot of help from Camelback Resort.
This is CBS 2 News at 6.
Welcome back. Here's a look at our top stories. A skier is left unconscious at Shawnee Ski Mountain, causing him to get towed by Ski Patrol. The cause of his injuries are under investigation. We are also looking back to late 2014 where a few villas at the Treetops Resort were completely damaged by a fire that caused a few villas to collapse. That mysterious fire is still unsolved and is still under investigation. And one last thing before we go, the MTA New York City subways are making a comeback with a T-train that will for now run between Lexington Avenue 125th Street and Hanover Square, replacing the 3rd Avenue elevated line that serviced the Gone But Not Forgotten and Big Compa K train that ran between Gun Hill Road and South Ferry before 1950. Then in 1955 the 8 was no longer running into Manhattan to Chatham Square, instead only running in the Bronx to 3rd Avenue 149th Street on the elevated portion. This station also had a free transfer to the IRT subways 2 and 5 trains via an enclosed passageway from the elevated platform down into the subway mezzanine. If the T does end up heading to the Bronx, the MTA will have to have a rebuild of the 3rd Avenue elevated line between 3rd Avenue 156th Street and Gun Hill Road, possibly make a lower level at the 138th Street Grand Concourse station for the T, make an opening for the T train to head up to 149th Street Grand Concourse on the lower level, as well as 3rd Avenue 149th Street before heading up to 156th Street. They can also add the stub of the Westchester Avenue connection again, and it can again connect to the West Farms and White Plains Road lines after 174th Street and even one after 180th Street, but also a spur to the Botanical Gardens, Bronx Zoo, Little Italy on Arthur Avenue, and East 187th and East 188th Streets. They can also look into reopening the Old South Ferry station that used to accommodate the 1 train, but will accommodate not just the 1 train again but the 4, 5 and 6 trains and the Q and T trains as well. Those will hopefully be looked into in the coming future. Well, this is for CBS 2 News at 6. We'll see you back here at 11. The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell is up next with CBS 2 News at 6:30. WPAJ Poconos 57. Watch CBS 2 News on our CBS 2 website and streaming on CBS and Poconos. Catch CBS 2 News at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11:35, midnight, 1, 2, 2:15, 2:30, 2:45, this morning, 9 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., and 4 p.m. on WPAJ Poconos 57, followed by the CBS Overnight News and CBS Morning News along with CBS 2 News This Morning right here on WPAJ 2. From all of us at the CBS Broadcast